So back when I was in high school, I got locked in the park, and it was an interesting experience. Me and my friends were out at the school's park one day playing soccer, having a great old time, kicking around the old soccer ball. And back then in high school, I was actually quite the soccer star. I was never on the school's team or anything. I wasn't good enough for that, but I could kick the ball into a net and get it in sometimes, and I could even do a rainbow sometimes too, and not a lot of people can do that. But we were playing soccer, and as we were playing, I noticed from the corner of my eye that the janitor, or whatever this guy does, I don't really know who he was, but this guy was standing by the field door, the same door that allows us to enter and exit the park, because the park's fenced in and you gotta go through a door to use it. So I see him standing there at the door, and I don't really think anything of it. Maybe he's just checking the door to make sure it works, make sure it opens and closes, add some oil or whatever you do to a door. Bing, bing, door's good, just make sure it doesn't creak, because the last thing I want when I'm playing soccer on a nice day is to have a creaky door. You can't be having that going on. So this dude's over there chilling by the door, doing his thing. But as I'm looking over at him, what this man decides to actually do is not to oil the door or something like that. No, what this man does is he closes this door, he locks it, and then he leaves. So now we're stuck in the park, and this fucking door is locked, right? There's no getting out, there's no exiting, you're not getting out of here. So me and my friends are looking at each other like, all right, well, it seems like we're locked inside this park. What the fuck are we gonna do now? And there's really only one way to escape a locked, fenced-in field, and that way is to climb the fence out of the park. Now the thing is, climbing fences are usually pretty simple. You go up to the fence, you climb it, you go down on the other side. It's easy, it's pretty simple. It's really simple actually, but the thing is, that's how you climb an average size fence that's like a little taller than you, and this wasn't an average size fence. This was a big fucking fence, like a prison fence basically, and that's not an easy fence to climb at all. So we start thinking, well, what do we do? Do we climb the fence, or do we look for an alternative way to climb the fence that would make it easier? So we start looking for shit that could help us go over the fence more efficiently. Maybe we could stand on a bucket, maybe we could jump, maybe we could stand on a bench, or maybe we could use the bench, prop it up against the fence, and run up the fucking bench and jump off the other side of the fence to escape. And that's what we decided to do. So we all head over to the bench and pick up this giant fucking thing made out of steel. Somehow we're able to lay it on top of the fence. I have no clue how we did that. And after a bit of messing with it, it was finally time to check if this thing worked. Now first, obviously, we had to check if this thing was fucking sturdy, because if it wasn't sturdy, then we would all die, and that's not good. That's not good at all, because if you die, it's over. You ain't playing soccer again unless you play in heaven, but it's not the same playing in heaven, because you probably got clouds and shit, and you gotta buy new cleats for the cloud. It's just a big hassle. You don't want to die when it comes to this. So finally, one brave person decides, you know what, I'll fucking do it, and he walks over to the bottom of the bench and slowly starts making his way up this thing. But the thing is that this bench is so fucking unstable that he can't just climb it. It's way too dangerous. So what do you do when you're walking up an unstable bench that's propped up against the fence and it's too difficult? That's right, you sprint up it. So now people are taking turns running up this fucking thing, trying to see if they can maybe jump off it, reach the other side, but it's pretty scary. Like, that carnival game where you gotta climb that shaky ladder and ring the bell so you get a prize? Imagine that, but it's steep as fuck. It's like 50 feet high, and the ground below you is concrete. Now, when you think of it like that, it doesn't seem like that much fun. So people are trying to run up this thing, but eventually everyone decided, you know what, maybe we shouldn't try to die. Let's think of another way to escape. And after looking around at the empty field for a while, we decided, you know what, we're just gonna have to climb this fence. Now, luckily, where the door for the fence is, it has more bars across the bottom, so it's easier to get your foot going in the beginning. But once you start getting towards the top, there's no more footholds. Like, you gotta swing your leg over the top of the fence if you want to get over this thing. So it was still pretty scary, but finally, after about like 5 minutes of trying to climb the fence, we all got to the top. But the only thing scarier than climbing up a fence is going down, because now you're at the top of this thing and you're looking down like you're on a plane and you're just frozen. And most of the people who were there with me climbed down a bit and then they jumped off the fence because they were smart and they didn't think they were on American Ninja Warrior like me, who decided to just jump straight down from the top. And I think I almost broke every bone in my legs, but I survived, and that's what matters, and we made it out safely. But one thing I realized as we were leaving after finally having escaped is I don't think we ever put that fucking bench back. So to whoever that janitor was that locked the door, that's why there was a giant steel bench laying against the top of a giant ass fence, because you locked the door on us when that was our only exit. So I don't know how you got that thing down without it falling on you and crushing your body, but either way, I hope you learned your lesson not to lock the fucking door on us. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are locking the park door with people playing? The fucking locksmith? You think you walk around this field with your fucking keys like you're the master locksmith? Get the fuck out of here. Go fuck yourself. Next time you lock the park door again, I'm putting that steel bench through your fucking window, and I'm gonna rainbow a soccer ball and volley it into your daughter's fucking face, you piece of shit. Don't you ever close the park door again, because I swear, if I have to climb that fence again, you don't want to know what I'm gonna do to you. You don't want to fucking know what I'll fucking do to you. I'll fucking stab you.